Hello, everyone. Great afternoon. Have a great lunch to all of you. So, I'm coming in live from the region of Cordillera, province of Benguet, and the municipality of La Trinidad. So, good afternoon. Happy learning lunchtime to everyone. Welcome to Noontime Kapehan, brought to you by DCAP Coffee Republic, our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. So, Noontime Kapehan is our daily coaching conversation, reliving the Kapehan Night by Master Coach A, where she talks about life, love, relationship, money, career, and anything under the sun where we can learn. Okay? So, Kapihan Night used to come in live on floor and via FB every Tuesday night until the pandemic happened. And these events, before I remember that this is where I started the journey with Master Coach A sa mga talks niya online. So, we are bringing in non-time kapihan for a season only. While Brewing Live is taking a quarter break. So let me take also this moment to honor fellow coaches and entrepreneurs who serve for 7 long months and fill the digital space with stuff with that matters from September 2020 to March 2021. Watch out for return of Brewing Live this coming July 2021. So for this third quarter. So tune in and abangan natin sa coming third quarter, that is July 2021. So moving on, for today's episode, I will be sharing with you the 3 L's for your intentional life or for intentional living. So if you are there watching this live, let me ask you, or may I ask you to guess, ano ba yung 3 L's na to? What comes into your mind na tatlong L for you to have this intentional life? Ano kaya yung tatlong ito? So if you are there watching and you would like to answer, then share it in the comment box. So if you will guess kung ano yung tatlo na yan, may pa-surprise ako sa inyo. So, letter L number 1. But before that, let me share something with you. The last few years in my life was so tough. It was the last quarter of 2008, and I spent my life with the corporate, with the workforce, where I just follow what my boss tell me to do. Until 2013 for the month of July. Because with those years of working with them, maraming nangyayari, a lot of things happen, lot of experiences, maraming experiences na-experience ko sa buhay, and it's really a part of the things na it's my decision kasi. Decision ko na pumunta sa corporate, na nag-work for them. So with that decision, there are consequences that I have to face. And I can't blame anyone because it's me. It's my decision. It's my choice to be there. So with those experiences in that moment, there are times that I heard something hindi naaayon sa akin or hindi naaayon sa values ko. I heard people na sinasabi sa akin na employee ka lang dito, or you are just someone here na yun, nagtatrabaho for my boss. And I have to follow kung ano yung sinasabi nila. And then I remember that day it was 2013, and in my workplace, we were parang na-victimize, oh yeah. We were a victim of a business wherein hindi pala siya real business. It was illegal business wherein hindi sila nag-register, but they are just coordinating with us, partnering with us, and suddenly it was find out that we were scammed. A lot of money were invested, money that we borrowed from other people, and ako ang naka-frontline doon, ako yung sa paperworks. And every time people come and collect for the payment or for the interest of their investment, something like that, and then uh, hindi ko makontrol yung masasabi ng mga tao. So I receive a lot of pananakit from them, from the people na pinag-utangan namin or yeah, nag-invest sa amin na hindi nabalik yung pera nila on time. So with that experiences, it was very tough time for me. And that was also the time na early marriage pa kami that time eh. Wala pang isang taon na nasa married life ako. And then it really distracted my life. It really affected the way I communicate, the way I relate to others. Kasi nga yung sakit na na-receive ko. Na hindi naman ako. It's just that I was part of that. So, it's really, I'm thinking it right now that, yeah, it's my decision actually. So, I'm not blaming anyone for this. It's my decision before. It's my choice na napunta ako doon. And then, I've realized in that moment and for all those years na nangyari sa buhay ko, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of things from that experiences. And those learnings na natutunan ko doon and as I journey with my life as of the moment, yun yung isi-share ko sa inyo. And if you're that one person na nakikinig dyan, maybe you can share your thoughts kung ano ba yung else na yan na sinasabi ko. So, you can share. What are those 3 L's? So, with those 3 L's, para hindi tayo makaabot bukas. So, number 1 is, but before that, with those journey in my life, I'm learning from those journey. So, I'm accepting those scenarios in my life from my past. And now, let's move on from those experiences. At least I've learned from those. So, number 1 L is, anyone? Sinong makakasagot dyan? So, thank you, Coach Glacy, for joining me today. Coach Saibel. Oh, Coach Mayor. Coach Mayor. Thank you for joining me today. And Master Coach Hasmin, so thank you. And Coach Teen, salamat, salamat. Okay, so moving on. So the number 1 L is live your life. Live the life you want. That is number 1. Live your life. That is the number 1. So what if I told you that it's possible and within your reach to be successful and live the life you want? And that it only requires a few simple steps. Well, simple, not complicated, okay? So, simple steps, but not necessarily easy. So, simple step siya, pero hindi siya easy. Truthfully, attaining success and reaching your goals doesn't have to be complicated. Just be simple. However, it requires plenty of dedication and hard work. So if I may ask you, are you up to this challenge? If so, I have these steps to share with you that you can follow. Number one is that decide what kind of life you want. Oftentimes, we were influenced by other people, by the decision of other people, by our workforces, by our family, by our friends. What if now you will be the one to decide what kind of life you want? Because before you can attain the life of your dreams, you must define what kind of life you want. What are you working toward? What does success means to you? Because not not everybody have the same definition of success, but personally, we have our own definition of success. Ano ba yung success sa'yo? Is it pag natapos ba ang pag-aaral, or if you finish something, or if you have that degree, or if you got married, is that success with you? Or if you are single blessedness, is that a success for you? Or if you have that fulfilled life, ano yung fulfilled life sa'yo? Yan. Because for some, it might mean a job with flexibility that allows them the ability to work from anywhere in the world. Or for others, it might be buying a beautiful house with a big yard for their family. Or do you have that dreams to build up a home, just like Dika, na it's a home of refuge. It's a home of inspirations. So is that what you like? So after deciding what you want in life, the next step is for you to set goals. How can you achieve them? Because as you have decided, it's time to make it real. What are some specific goals that you could set right now to motivate yourself? Be very specific in your goal setting, as this will make your goals more real. And they will be more of the motivating force and motivating force. Once you've settled on a goal or goals, break them down into mini goals. For example, say that your ultimate goal is to buy a luxury car, a house. You can break down the amount that you need to buy that car. Or if you want to enroll into a course and you have that amount to be invested, so break down those amounts and create goals of how much you'd like to earn per month or per quarter to make your goal a reality. Remember, you can always adjust your goals or mini goals as needed. Yeah. Step number 3 is that for you to live your life that you want, after deciding and after setting those goals, number 3 is make a plan to attain your goals. So how can you attain those goals? Because once you've got your sights set on your goals, it's time to start figuring out how to achieve them. Maybe you're going to focus on advancing in your current career. So that you can increase your income to make your dreams a reality. Or perhaps you're going to take on a new endeavor, like investing in the stock market, investing in the real estate, or investing in yourself, getting another career, another profession. It really takes time to plot our targeted plan for how you intend to reach your goals. So, kailangang upuan yan na gagawin mo. And then after those steps is number 4 is get 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 educated. If you're taking on a new career, a new profession as part of your efforts to achieve the life you want, then do yourself a favor. Educate yourself thoroughly. A lot of people think they will throw themselves into a new endeavor without fully learning the mechanics of their chosen field. And they end up giving up and losing money in the process. Nalulus nila yung pera at saka time in the process because of, yun nga, they have to spend the time for learning, to be educated. Whether you're learning something new, for example, life coaching career, that is a profession. It's another career to take. Be sure to be willing to learn and equip more of yourself for you to be effective in your coaching profession, for you to be effective in dealing with your clients. It might require an investment, yes, investment of time, investment of money for you to get educated. But often, it's worth it in the long run. So what you are doing today, what you're investing today, your time, your money, your effort, be sure that you are going to pakikinabangan mo yan in the long run. Hindi yung sa instant lang. Yan. And then after getting educated is number 5 is keep learning. Did you think you could just learn something new in a day and done with it? No way. If you want to be successful in the long term, you must make a lifelong commitment to learning. Yan. So stay updated on your industry. Read the news, yeah. Read books and expand your knowledge in any and every way you possibly can. Join webinars connected or in alignment with your career or with your chosen field. By making a lifelong commitment of learning, you'll keep your mind open to new opportunities. And you'll be more likely to remain nimble and intelligent in your own personal business dealings. Ayan. So, keep learning. Have that lifelong commitment of learning. Because if you stop learning, you stop growing. So, let's continue to grow. So, let's continue or keep learning along the way, every day in our life. And next step is network. Who are the people in your network? Nobody becomes successful without a little help. You cannot do it alone. It says nga na no man is no man is an island. Tama? So we need help from someone else. Never underestimate the power of connections. And for me, bakit ako andito? Is because of the people in my space. Because of those people that helped me to be here. With the tribe, Master Coach A, Master E. Master E nasa back end. Siya yung sa technical dito. And thank you, Master E, for what you are doing. And Coach Clint. Yan. So, they are the people behind this na andito ako. And of course, the whole tribe. Life Coach Philippines, Ikap Coffee Republic, and Coach E Coaching Club. Yan. So, yun yung network. So, ngayon, sino-sino ba ang mga tao sa paligid mo? As Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, sino ba yung mga top 5 na tao na lagi mong kasama? Ayan. Because it really helps yung kung saan yung ecology mo na nakakatulong sa'yo. Yan. Because be involved in the business community or not necessarily in the business, but in a community where you are accepted, where you are valued, where you are supported by the people there. So get to know the people in your space. Kung nakakatulong sila, then stay there. If you think they are not in alignment with your core values, then find that community that can really help you. Because it's important to network with the people that you have the same core values. You have the same interests. So that's where the tribe comes in. So in building a tribe, yeah, in building a tribe or finding the tribe, ang i-consider mo dito is, do you have that common interest? It's not about the age. It's not about the demographics. It's not about um, the location. But it's the common interest sa inyong lahat. Ano ba yung interest nyo? Para sa ganun, pare-pareho yung nasa main goal nyo. Or pare-pareho yung takbo ng utak. Alam mo yun? Para hindi clashing. Di ba? Yun. So, with the same interest. Yan. And next is, after finding that network or that group, number 7 is, be consistent. Consistency is the key. Di ba? Success requires discipline and consistency. Once you've decided what you want to attain in life and how you'd like to do it, you need to get to work. Of course, kailangan magbanat ng buto. Di ba? Hindi naman agad-agad yan mapupunta pag wala kang ginawa. Or ma-achieve pag wala kang ginawa. Okay? Be willing to work tirelessly for what you want to attain. Be ready to work nights and weekends. Nights, oh, speaking about nights, 9 hours, 9 hours of studying, diretso yan, gabi yan, oh, those are sacrifices. Yan. So, kaway-kaway sa mga, mga kasama kong MBE dyan, na nag-sacrifice ng time to learn. Yun. Because attaining success requires targeted effort and a big time investment. Big time investment. Hindi little time, okay? So yun. So be clear. Big time investment. And by consistently applying yourself with focus, you'll be on the road to making your dreams come true. So those are the steps that you can apply to live your life that you want. So the next L, next pa lang tayo, o tatlo yun, o isa pa lang ang natapos. So next, letter L is, who will guess? Sino ang mag-guess? Thank you for joining us, Sir Romel. Yan. Coach Phoebe, Coach Marife. Yan, makakasama ko yan kanina, 9 hours. And thank you for joining us, club mates, Brenda. Yan, Coach Brenda. Okay. So the next L is love your life. So kanina, live your life. Number 1, live your life. Number 2 is love your life. It's very important to love the life you have. Kailangan mong mahalin kung ano yung life na meron ka ngayon. Because this will generally improve your happiness. So love your life. Okay? So for you to love your life, I will share with you 5 ways to love your life. Number 1 is choose happiness. You often think of happiness as something that happens to you rather than something you choose. However, according to a psychology professor from the University of California, she said that 10% of your happiness depends on your life circumstances. So to start loving your life, make a conscious decision. Conscious decision. It's not subconscious, but it is conscious decision. So start thinking more positively. It is important to remember that while you can always change what happens to you can change how you can react to what's happening to you. Rather than going with your instinctive reaction, try to look for the silver lining in situations. So try creating happiness diary to help you reflecting on all the things you have to be grateful for each day or grateful journal. Yeah. So choose happiness for you to love your life. And number two is live in the moment. So for you to love your life, live in the moment. Many of you find it too difficult to enjoy the present because you are too busy. You are too busy dwelling on the past and worrying about the future. While learning from the past in planning for the future can be beneficial, try to make sure you are spending the majority of your time focused on enjoying the present. In particular, try to let go of regrets. Yan, mga regret ka sa buhay, i-let go mo na yan. And remember that going over your regrets will not change what has happened. It will only ruin your present happiness. So live in the moment. Make amends and try to learn from your mistakes and let them go and devote your energy instead to creating a life you love. Love your life. And another way is that be your own best friend. For you to love your life, be your own best friend. In order to truly love your life, you need to start to love yourself. Yeah. Self-love. You often see yourself in the worst light, particularly when life isn't going how you want it to. However, it is important not to be hard on yourself and blame yourself just because you feel something in your life hasn't worked out. Love yourself. Don't blame yourself. Rather than focusing on harsh comparison with others and all your perceived faults, try regularly reminding yourself of all the good qualities you have to offer and all the successes and achievements you have accomplished so far. So remember those successes, those achievements in your life. And learn to appreciate the unique person that you are. Be your own best friend. Thank you, Ma'am Darvel, for joining me today or for this learning lunchtime. Thank you, Ate Winnie, for joining us today. So, salamat. Oh, yan. And number four is fill your time with things that matter. So, for you to love your life, fill your time with things that really matters. Often, you fill your time with the things you think you should be doing rather than the things you want to, which means you never quiet get around to do the things that makes you happy. Rather than letting your precious time slip away unnoticed, mentally go through your week and work out how you spend your time. Writing down everything that you do and how long you spend on it. Once you have work, once you have your week written, you can identify how to maximize your hours, what to cut back on, and how to make room for more valuable activities. So fill your time with things that really matters. And number 5 is appreciate the small things. You often spend your time looking forward to the next big thing or exciting event in your lives and awaiting your next shot of happiness. However, to truly love your life, you need to start appreciating every day and those little things that makes you happy. Make a list of the day-to-day things that make you happy. So, gumawa ka ng listahan for you to, makikita mo naman yun eh. It really helps you. So, it's just like having your favorite lunch or favorite lunch learning time. So, kung favorite mo yung nag-aaral dito sa Time Kapehan, then that's it. That's where you spend your time. At least nakakapag-aral ka pa. You learn something new with the people who is serving here. Yun. And make sure you schedule your days na you can treat yourself every day. Depende kung ano yung gusto mo. Yun nga. Manood ng Noontime Kapihan, manood sa coaching think talk ng mga life coaches. Yun. Those, you can spend your time in the social media with that. Yun. And so those are the five ways that you can love your life. Yeah. Love your life is number 1 is choose happiness, live in the moment, be your own best friend, fill your time with things that matter, and number 5 is appreciate the small things. And last letter L. Ano kaya yung last na letter L? Who will guess? Let me know in the chat box. Sino kayang makakaguess sa last L? Okay. So, the last L for you to live this intentional life is learning. Yan. Learning. Be intentional in your learning or learn from your mistakes. So, learning is something that we all do every day. Whether it is intentional learning or not. We learn new facts in the news. We learn new jokes from friends and we learn from our mistakes. And because of this, it's easy to take learning for granted. And just think that by sitting through a lecture or reading a book, you'll learn something. You certainly will, but it may not be quiet what you intended. Okay? So what does intentional learning means? Intentional learning happens when you set out to learn something specific. You might Google it for advice on how to solve problem or cook a recipe like that. You might enroll in a training course to learn how to paint or speak another language, or you will learn what is life coaching is. You will learn how to speak in front of the people, public speaking like that. Or and the point is that intentional learning is not accidental. And it is driven by a goal or need, even if you don't know what that is. Yeah. So in learning, there are certain things also for you to consider. Some tips, number 1 is know your goal. Ano ba yung goal mo sa learnings mo? First is that understand why you're learning something. It's not enough to learn something because you feel you have to, or it's what you do as part of your job. Even if you don't think that your learning is intentional and driven by you, you still need to have a goal. Kailangan may goal ka eh. Be intentional sa pinaggagawa mo sa buhay, sa learning mo sa buhay. And let's face it, you're very good at getting out of things that you really don't want to do. So if you decided to learn something, don't blame anyone else. You're learning because you choose to. Nag-aral ka dyan kasi choose mo yan, decision mo yan. So wala kang ibang biniblame. So you've entered into that scholarship and a lot of things to do, yung mga requirements. Well, nag-enter ka dyan, decision mo yan. You've entered in different courses and may mga requirements na you need to comply, you need to finish it for you to fulfill your mission in that learnings or in that trainings. So decision mo yan. Walang ibang nag-decide, but you really decided for it. Yan. And for you to have this intentional learning, for you to set or clarify your learning goal, work through some of these questions. Number one is, what do you want to achieve in this learning? What stops you from achieving that now? Now. What do you need to learn in order to achieve them? Next is, what's the easiest or most effective way to learn what you want to learn? And how will you know when you have learned it? So, paano mo siya nalalaman kung nakuha mo na yung goal mo with that learning? And next is, after knowing your goal, then structure your learning. Don't just dive in and start reading something. Based on your answers sa mga questions na yan, think about what activities will get the information that you need as quickly as possible. Sometimes you might find that talking to someone else is more effective than reading. Yung ba, magpapa-coach ka, makikipag-usap ka sa tao. And sometimes you might find that half an hour browsing through the Wikipedia or the Google is good for you, and good way for you to spark off some new ideas for you to explore. So, depende kung paano ba yung structure mo in learning. Yan, and next is review. We rarely learn in one go. So, review yung mga, yung mga natutunan mo. So, after reviewing those things, then of course, apply. Yan na naman tayo sa apply. So, implementation or speed of implementation. So, all knowledge has a purpose. And if you don't use it to achieve that purpose, it will fade away. So, apply what you have learned. Yan. Yung goal mo sa learning mo, ano yung structure mo in learning, and then review mo yung mga natutunan mo, and then apply. Yan. So, apply it. Because whatever subject you're learning, you can apply it every day in your life. Speed of implementation. Di ba? And then after applying it, then reflect. Taking time to reflect on what you're learning is important. So reflect. Ano ba yung impact niya sa buhay ko? Ano ba yung impact niya sa ibang tao? Whether you spread your learning or give yourself time to sleep on it, or you set aside specific time to think back over your learning journey, isn't so important. Yeah. So it's just how we reflect on what we have learned, how does it impact us personally, and how does it impact the other people. And after reflecting on that, lastly, teach it. Yeah. The best way to learn is to teach. The best way to learn something or to learn anything is to teach it to someone else. It's just like this time. I'm sharing with you the lessons I've learned in my journey for you to learn more and for me also to learn. It forces you to reorganize the way that you think about the information to make it understandable for someone else. And you get to see how they interact with it. Yeah. And when you teach something, you find new ways to describe and illustrate and the interaction teaches you something new. So if you're interacting with other people, sharing the thoughts, sharing your learnings, then from that, you can learn from that experiences as you teach that specific subject or that specific topic. So that's how you learn. So those are the three things, the three L's for you to live an intentional life, for your intentional living. So let us review. To summarize it, the three L's are live your life. Number two, love your life. Yan, love your life. And number three is learn from your life experiences every day. Have this intentional learning every day in your life. So be intentional. Okay. And let me end this sharing with this poem. And before that, I would like to greet. Thank you, Ma'am Bebs, for joining me today. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, si Ma'am Bebs as my Senior Managing Director sa World Financial Marketing Alliance. So thank you, Ma'am Bebs, for joining us. Yan. And then, for me to end this, let me share with you this poem about live your life. Live your life the way you should. Love the life you have. Learn from the mistakes you make. Live your life on the path that seems so hard to take. Love your life now for your future's at stake. Learn to hold right. Learn to hold tight with all your might to the ones you love. For you never know when they will be out of your sight. Live your life for heaven's sake. Love your life, come what may. Learn to accept the things you cannot change. Live with the things you can. Love your neighbors as yourself. Learn to do your best, and God will do the rest. So live, love, learn as the world turns. So thank you very much for joining me this learning lunchtime. So thank you, and I hope and pray that what you have learned in this session, you can share it to your FB timeline with hashtag #PackMyBagMoments and then hashtag Noontime Kapehan. So yun yung source nyo sa message na isi-share nyo sa digital space. Ayan. So thank you for joining me today, and as I close, I invite you to be back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for Coach Sean, the life coach dad. So our cluster lead sa club, sa batch 1 namin. So Coach Sean will be back tomorrow with his Noontime Kapihan with his topic, how to motivate your child to do the things they need to do. So this talk is very much fitted to the person who has a child or may mga tinitik care na mga bata, mga pamangkin nyo. So this is not only for married but it is also applicable for singles sa may mga pamangkin, may mga kapatid na inaalagaan para ma-motivate nila yung mga bata rin. So yun. So it is applicable actually to everyone, not only for parents. So be back tomorrow. Tune in with Coach Sean. So see you tomorrow, and thank you for joining me this learning lunchtime. So love, bomb, boom. Love, bomb, boom. Love, bomb, boom. Bye.